And welcome to Scotch Plains-Fanwood High School in northern New Jersey for Pope John Lions JV Boys Lacrosse. Mike Formasano along with you calling today's action as the Pope John Lions JV team take on Scotch Plains-Fanwood's JV. The boys JV team with one loss in the season against, 4 wins now. A 4-1 record after beating Newton on Monday. And it was an abbreviated game, but they won. I think the score was 8-0, so I have to go ahead and check my stats on that. But anyway, the Lions only lost in the season coming at the hands of Sparta in an overtime loss, 6-5. So now the Lions looking to advance on and win their 5th game of this season against Scotch Plains-Fanwood's JV. We're going to go over just the Pope John rosters again with the JV rosters. They're not always accurate, so we'll just go with numbers for Scotch Plains-Fanwood. For Pope John, we're going to start with number 10, Vic Fiore. Number 11 is Hunter Perillo. Number 12, Nick Michello. 13, Justin Perella. 15, Johnny Pippa. 16, Amir Young. 17, Connor Clifford. 18, Evan Wyatt. 19, Mike Marston. 20, Hayden Marshall. 22, Andrew Gallant. 24, Zach Cash. 25, Jonathan Brugna. 26, Chris Sabella. 27, Emilio Bronco. 28, Jacob Post. 29, Aiden DiOlivo. 30 is Steve Leonard. Number 50, Sutton Fullwood. And number 51, Andrew Jessup Maria. And the goalkeepers, number 31, Mike Formasano. And number 55, Owen Houle. The head coach of the JV lacrosse team is Ryan Cummings. And the varsity is head coach Joe Della Ferra. President of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Father Michael Parisi. The principal of Pope John High School, Gene Emmering. The athletic director, Brian McAleer. And the athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. I'm Mike Formasano. We are here live at Scotch Plains-Fanwood High School in northern New Jersey. It is the Pope John Lions JV lacrosse team against Scotch Plains-Fanwood JV. Owen Hull heading out to his net on the right side, on the west side of the field as he got the sun right above it. Lions are in their white jerseys trimmed with blue shorts, blue and gold, and the golden gnomes, the golden helmets. They'll be going right to left on your screen, Scotch Plains-Fanwood. They are going left to right in their blue jerseys with white trim. Mike Marston will take the draw for Pope John against number 14. I'll go with the names on here. I'm hoping they're right. If they're freshmen, I'll definitely mention them. So number 14 is Nate Filler. So, again, these rosters sometimes are not totally accurate. Number 5, John Boyle, is the goalkeeper for Scotch Plains-Fanwood. Here's Marston on the draw. And Pope John fighting for it. Ball still loose. Picked up by Scotch Plains-Fanwood. It's knocked out of the cross there. Still loose. Finally scooped up by number 22, Andrew Gallant. Gallant on the left. Now the pass to Connor Clifford, number 17. 10-minute quarters here in JV, 4 quarters. If you missed it, the boys varsity team defeated Scotch Plains-Fanwood 8-6 to go 6-0 on the regular season. On the wing now. Here's Evan Wyatt. Wyatt, pass out to Clifford. Clifford looking to come in. Now down below the goal. Spella with the pass over to Gallant. Gallant gives it to Vic Fiore. Fiore, number 10 for the Lions. Looking to make his move on number 4. And that is Lewis Kelly. Now the pass from Perella over to Gallant. Gallant on the left wing. Ball's knocked loose. Scrum for it. Scooped up by number 3 for Scotch Plains. Still on the turf. Number 14 with it for Scotch Plains. And he'll side pass it, but it goes over to Evan Wyatt. Here's Wyatt over to Fiore. Got an infraction in play against Pope John. Scotch Plains-Fanwood ball. Just underway here. 8:15 to go, first quarter. Number 33 with it, and he is knocked out of bounds. Vic Fiore will take over for Pope John. Lions will play at Chatham High School on Saturday morning. I think it's an either 10 or 11 a.m. start, maybe an 11 a.m. start on Saturday. And then they'll be home next Wednesday. The game on Friday in upstate New York has been postponed to a later date. Hasn't been set as of yet. Here's Wyatt looking to move in. The pass over to Gallant. High pass, but he corrals it. Now Wyatt. From Perella over to Fiore. He's got Clifford down below along with Gallant and Sabella. Fiore taking his time, setting the play. Starts a trot. Good move over to the center of the field. Pass over to the right wing. Now below. Sabella. Defender on him. Pass out. Fiore with a 360 move. Gives up to Wyatt. Evan Wyatt looking to break in. Gives to Connor on the left wing. Now over to Sabella. Comes back out from beneath the goal. Here's Fiore. Vic Fiore fires. Score! Vic Fiore puts Pope John up 1-0. A bounce shot that bounces into the top right corner of the cage. Right underneath the crossbar and inside the post. Vic Fiore scores with 6:44 to go in quarter number 1, and the Lions grab a 1-0 lead. So now Marston will take the draw. He's got Steve Leonard on his left, Mir Young on his right. Sutton Fullwood comes off and substituted in by number 31, Michael Formisano, and number 27, Emilio Bronco. Face-off won by Scotch Plains-Fanwood. Here's number 20 with it. 20 gets a push in the back by Perella, and he's going to get called for it. And Perella definitely pushed him, but the player went ahead and lost control as well, so enough to get the penalty. 6:30 to go, first quarter. So that'll put Scotch Plains-Fanwood on a power play. Now number 20 comes over to the right. Over to 12, down number 33. Bronco and Formisano guarding the posts with Hull in net. Pass to number 20 on the left wing. 20 with the pass over to 14. Now to 12. Down low to 33 behind. Pass out. Number 20 over to 14. 12 on the right wing. Formisano guarding. Now the pass in. Number 20 stolen away by Amir Young. Nice defense by the Lions there. And a pass up to Connor Clifford. It's still on the turf.
Come on, Connor. There you go.
And now Clifford will take it into Scotch Plains-Fanwood territory. Clifford coming in, the shot. Saved by the goalkeeper with 5:30 to go here in quarter number 1. Score remains 1-0. Clifford with a nice shot, but even better save by the Raider goalie. Now to pass out to number 28. 28 on the right wing. Down low. Guarded by 12. Number 12 on the right. Leonard and Formisano out to guard him. Young up top to guard as well. This is number 10. Pass out to 32. Over to 19. Down below to 42, and now out to 12. Pass in front, too high for number 1. And there's Young with the long pulls. Able to scoop it up, it pops out of his cross. Scotch Plains-Fanwood gets it back. Here's 32 on the left wing. Fires. Hull may have gotten a piece of it, it goes out of bounds. 42 is closest for the Raiders. Now 32 will back up. Wyatt defending. So is Young. Mere Young all over 32. Nowhere to go for the attacker. Here's number 12 on the right. Back to 32. Pass down low to 19. Over to number 1. 32 up top. Young, Leonard, Wyatt, Formisano, Cashed, and Barranco out there on defense for Pope John. 12. Looking to break in. Formisano with a swipe on him. Shot on goal. Who got a piece of it? It goes wide.
Good job, Bo.
Now 42 picks it up for Scotch Plains. It's going to get tougher as the game goes on with the sun going lower. Trying to get a good view of anything on this side of the field. Wasn't so bad when it was higher in the sky, but with it being this low, it's closer to sunset. The shadows will start playing tricks. Here's number 12. Leonard with a hit on him. Now to pass back to number 10. 10 into 32. Fires high over the crossbar and it goes out of bounds.
Good job, Owen.
We're 42 with the pass in front. And a good defensive play by Pope John. Amir Young comes away with it. Here's Young racing up the field. Takes a hit over the head by 32. Wow, I'm shocked that wasn't called.
Yeah, seriously.
Where's the flag on that?
Nothing all day, guys.
So number 47, I mean, listen, you know, you get hits usually and everything around the arms, around the legs. That hit came right over the top of the helmet.
All right, Evan.
So 32, pass to 1. 1 coming through the middle. Now on the left wing, the shot. 42, missed it, goes out of bounds. He went wide right, and it goes out of bounds. Scotch Plains-Fanwood is closest. Number 12, the 10, the shot way over the crossbar, goes out of bounds. Raiders will maintain. Clock's down to 2:14 to go, first quarter. 1-0 Pope John on the goal by Vic Fiore. Now to pass to number 10. Over to 12. 12 looking to break in. Pass down low to number 1. The shot. Hull got a piece of it. Nice save by Owen Hull.
Nice, good job, Owen.
Wow, good save.
Good split, buddy.
Yeah, he broke the splits out there. Oof. Couldn't imagine doing that. Too painful. That's why he's in net and I'm not. Scotch Plains-Fanwood on the left. There's number 11. Pass out to 10. I played again. I played with a goalie years ago. The flexibility that guy had was incredible. He was able to go ahead and stretch at least 20 inches further than anybody else on the team. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Hull with another big save there. Goes out of bounds. You're a goalie, you have to be flexible. Been in all different contortions. There was a cartoon years ago, Plastic Man. Remember him? Yeah, that's what you have to be if you're a goalie. You have to be Plastic Man. Number 19 with the pass out to 10. Over to 1. Got a minute 11 to go. First quarter. 1-0 Pope John. Number 12. There's a buzzer on another field, and I saw the players start to stop there. But it's not for this field. Number 12 coming in. Fiore whacking away.
Yeah, Vic.
Now number 10 on the right. Down low to number 1. Guarded by Leonard and Fiore. Shot by 18. Score. Number 18 puts it in just inside and off the left post. Beating Owen Hull. Ties the game at 1. 42 seconds to go. First quarter. 1-1 between Pope John and Scotch Plains-Fanwood. On Friday on the channel, we will be at the softball fields at Pope John High School. It'll be Pope John softball against Morris Hills. Then Saturday morning at 10 a.m., Be at the main field at Pope John High School as the girls lacrosse team will take on Parsippany Hills. Please join us on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.
Michael!
On Sunday, we will not actually be on YouTube. We'll be on Facebook Live, but we'll be covering lacrosse. It'll be Junior Lions lacrosse at the River Lax Tournament in Milford, Pennsylvania, Delaware Valley High School. Here's number 14. Oh, a big hit by Andrew Jessamaria. Wow. Jessamaria just crunching 14 for Scotch Plains, but he got the shot off, and is that going to count? Did it go in? I didn't even see. I saw the hit by Jessamaria. Well, 14 actually got the shot off and scored. It's 2-1 Raiders, but the hit by Jessamaria, wow. Just flattened 14. They say it's the price to pay.
Michael!
Come on, Mike.
2-1 with 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. Back-to-back goals by Scotch Plains-Fanwood. Now 14 again, looking to break in. 22 seconds to go. 14 to pass to 10 down below. Off of Fullwood, and it bounces toward the near sideline. It'll stay in bounds with 11 seconds to go. Shot by 10, just goes wide and out of bounds. Raiders are closest. 6 seconds to go here, first quarter. Pass out to the left. Raiders try to get a quick shot. It goes out of bounds. There's the buzzer for the end of the first quarter. Well, Vic Fiore scored for Pope John early in the first, but 2 last-minute goals by Scotch Plains-Fanwood have given the Raiders a 2-1 lead over the Lions. We'll be back for second quarter action right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Scotch Plains-Fanwood High School in northern New Jersey for Pope John Lions JV Boys Lacrosse. Mike Formersano along with you. Calling today's game. Thank you so much for joining us. Now the teams will switch sides as Owen Hoole and the defense for Pope John head off to the east side of the field. They're going to cover the left goal. Pope John now going left to right on your screen. In their white jerseys with blue Pope John on the front, gold numbers with blue trim on the front and back, and blue shorts with the lion on the left pant leg, and the golden domes, the golden helmets just gleaming in the sun. Scotch Plains-Fanwood in their blue jerseys with white shorts and blue helmets, and they are going right to left on your screen. Actually, the centermen are on opposite sides. They have to switch.
Michael!
Now they do. Here we go, start second quarter. Mike Marston will take the draw. It's on the turf. Number 20 scoops it up for Scotch Plains-Fanwood.
There you go, Michael! Come on!
And there's Marston with the steal. Marston with the pass over to Justin Perella. Perella in the center. He's got 2 defenders on him. Runs up, gives the ball to Clifford. Clifford racing in. Clifford with the pass down low to Chris Sabella. Now Andrew Gallant on the left wing. Fires! Saved by the netminder for Scotch Plains-Fanwood. Ball's loose. Number 10 trying to scoop it up. Vic Fiore on him. Fiore takes another hit. Number 10 with it. Now 20. The shot goes wide left. Out of bounds. 42 is closest for Scotch Plains-Fanwood. Clock down to 9:05 to go. First half. 2-1. Raiders lead over the Pope John Lions. Glad you're with us here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. If you missed it, the varsity game earlier today, the Pope John Lions remain undefeated at 6-0 now as they turn back the Scotch Plains-Fanwood Raiders 8-6. A hat trick by Travis Heller. Great goaltending by Daniel O'Leary. The rest of the offense getting involved as well. You know, the usuals, Ramirez, Canetta, Fox, Galucci. I think they all scored, and Pillick. I think they each scored 1, and Heller scored 3, and the Lions win 8-6. I may be wrong on the scoring, but I really do believe, I think all 5 of the forwards, with the exception of Heller, each scored 1. So check me on that. I may be wrong. If I am, I apologize. Here's Perella. If I'm not, then don't apologize. Oh, Perella gets a hit from number 47. A pass in. Then we Pope John possession.
He held himself up.
We got a timeout here. So 8:07 to go in the second quarter. Pope John leads over Scotch Plains-Fanwood. I'm sorry, reverse. Scotch Plains-Fanwood 2-1 over Pope John. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.
See him hold himself up.
At least it warmed up.
Yeah, the sun helps.
Yesterday was so cold. And the wind.
Yeah, when it's wet out, it's
Coming to a baseball game, and the wind was so bad. They have that netting on the dive instead of the cage, like the fence.
yeah.
The fence will be fine. You get the netting, so the netting blows back and smooth my camera corner. So I have moved to the side next to the dugout, and the wind's just whipping. It's just coming in. It's just nasty. So,
Yeah, it was cold yesterday.
yeah. I mean, I'm not racing for summer. I want to enjoy this as long
but
as I can.
it could be 50.
Yeah. Let it be refrigerated temperature, right?
50 to 60.
We don't need to be Antarctica for another 3 months.
And the sun works.
Yes, it does.
45 in sun is a lot better than 45 in sun.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to Scotch Plains-Fanwood High School in northern New Jersey for Pope John Lions boys lacrosse, JV style. Mike Formasano along with it, calling today's game. 2-1, Raiders lead over the Pope John Lions. We got 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Ball knocked out of Perella's cross, but it goes over to Fiore. It's now loose on the turf, and Scotch Plains trying to pick it up. And let's see, Evan Wyatt is going to steal away from
Gotta
it.
go.
Wyatt picks it up, brings it back into offensive territory. Cross to Fiore. Vic Fiore moves to the center of the field. Looking to set up a shot. Pass in to Clifford. Ball still loose. He's coming in towards the goalkeeper. Oh, I saw Chris Sabella try and knock that loose right before the goalkeeper took it away. But
Ride that, ride that.
now to pass to number 3. It's loose. Number 19 and Zach Cash right for it. Here's Cash. Cash for the pass to Perella just over his cross. Out of bounds. It'll be Pope John ball. 2-1, Raiders lead over the Pope John Lions. On Friday at 4 p.m., please join us at the softball fields at Pope John High School or here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube for Pope John Lady Lions softball. They have been red hot all season. They're playing today against Roxbury. They're 3-1. We'll see if they are 4-1 when we see them on Friday or 3-2. They'll take on Morris Hills on Friday, 4 p.m. Just got some attention on one of the media outlets why they weren't ranked in the top 20. Shot goes over the crossbar and out of bounds.
Yeah.
Scotch Plains-Fanwood is closest. And it was basically a mea culpa from the person saying, well, you know, tough schedule. Probably should have recognized it. You know, they've been hitting home runs like the Yankees, 5 home runs in 4 games. Yeah. Listen, during the exhibition, they went down to St. Giovanni, the number 1 ranked team in the state, and won. And they almost won against Red Bank Catholic, the number 5 team in the state. So I'm telling you right now, the Pope John Lady Lions, I've seen them, 3 times and a couple times in exhibition. They are for real. They are absolutely for real. Do not sleep on them. So we'll be out there on Friday for that game. Shot by Fiore and saved by number 5 for Scotch Plains-Fanwood. So, and that loss to Randolph that they had 4-3. I mean, it was 3 hours in the 6th inning. It was 1 inning. They literally slipped up for 1 inning. It cost them the game and cost them their unbeaten record. But they're 3-1. We'll find out if they do go to 4-1. And they'll play Morris Hills on Friday. Saturday, the girls lacrosse team taking on Parsippany Hills. We've seen them once. We're looking forward to seeing them again. They defeated North Warren in the time we went out to North Warren High School, 12-3. It's a great game. Kiera Donegan looks for real. Olivia Zawicki, Lily Gang, solid team. Bella Bucher and net. The baseball team yesterday won for the second time against 4 games. What a game pitched by Beckon Weeks yesterday. 5 innings, only 1 hit allowed, 9 strikeouts. Now, I don't keep score when I'm calling the game. So I only realized later. And just kept seeing it. Another strikeout, another strikeout, another strikeout. He had 9 after 5 innings. Comes out of the game. Jack Portman gets a 2-inning save. And the Lions win by a score of 3-0. So Weeks, freshman, looks like the real deal on the hill for the Lions. So the baseball team now 2-2. Look forward to seeing them again on Monday at Montville. Our first road game with them, I think. We'll be back with boys lacrosse next Wednesday. Here's the pass into 42. The shot save by Uhl. Owen Uhl with a great save with 4.5 minutes to go. Now the pass into Marston. Marston racing up the field. Mike Marston coming in. The pass to Sabella. The shot. Oh, I've handled it. It's still loose on the turf. And now number 20 for Scotch Plains-Fanwood. They'll come back the other way. We got a flag down. Delayed penalty call against Pope John. Ball's loose. Comes over to number 20. He's knocked down. And now another flag comes in. This one against Marston. So Pope John's going to get hit twice here with 4:01 to go in the second quarter. They'll be down 2 men. So golden opportunity for Scotch Plains-Fanwood to add to their lead. Yeah, so the varsity lacrosse team winning 8-6 today to go 6-0. They're now tied with West Morris in the Waterman division at 2-0. And Scotch Plains-Fanwood falls to 1-1 in the division, 5-1 overall. And so on Friday, Pope John had a game scheduled up at Highland Falls in New York State, and it has been postponed. It'll be made up at a later date. Saturday, they'll be at Chatham. Shot, score, number 32. Puts it past Owen Uhl. And with 3:45 to go in the second quarter, Scotch Plains-Fanwood JV takes a 3-1 lead over Pope John Lions JV. So Pope John varsity and NJV will both play at Chatham on Saturday, and they'll take a break until Wednesday. Forget who they play on Wednesday. Who do they play next Wednesday? The varsity team or varsity JV across. Help from the fans here. Thank you so much.
Let's go, Michael!
Mike Marshall will take the draw. So I'll get back to the game while we find that information for you. I know they're home. And I know there's 2 games next week, next Wednesday and next Saturday. We should be at both. West Morris, thank you so much. Oh, so that's the game for first place in the Waterman division now. So both those teams 2-0. So should be interesting. We'll be there for it. Pope John and West Morris on Wednesday, and then I think Madison on Saturday, on Holy Saturday. No games on Holy Thursday or Good Friday, obviously. No games on Easter Sunday, obviously. We'll take a bit of a break. We'll get right back at it after Easter Sunday. The schedule really thickens up because you've got a lot of games they've got to fit in before the end of May into early June when finals hit. Not only do you have regular season, as ball goes out of bounds, who's going to take over? You've got the 100 in Warren Sussex tournament That'll be at late April, early May. And then you've got the state tournament at the end of May, early June. And we're gonna try and prioritize HWS and state tournaments over everything else for all the teams. So if somebody's playing an HWS tournament, we're gonna try and get that first over a regular season game. Here's Perella coming in. The shot, save, rebound, another save by five. Wow. So initial save by shot by Aiden DiLivo, and then the rebound by Steve Leonard, and the goalkeeper for Scotch Plains-Fanwood makes saves on both shots. Great saves. 2:05 to go. So, like for example, if the varsity team is playing a 100 in Warren Sussex tournament in lacrosse, we're going to try and get to that no matter what. Same with softball, baseball, or girls lacrosse. So, we'll see. Only one person. But we got some real contenders for high stakes games later on in the spring. Boys lacrosse now, girls softball, boys baseball's 2-2. See if girls lacrosse can get some wins under their belt and get into the mix. All of them are going to challenge. Girls basketball did this past year. They went to the sectional final again. Went to the 100 in Warren Sussex final again. Shot by 33 over the crossbar and out of bounds. Scotch Plains-Fanwood's closest. The hockey team had a really good season. And honestly, they just, bad luck. What happened was they couldn't figure out Seton Hall and they couldn't figure out St. Joseph Montvale. Those are the two teams they couldn't beat. Other than that, they look like world beaters. They won all 3 games of the holiday tournament, had a great regular season. The Seton Hall Prep Pirates had their number, man. Great wins against Pope John, including the state tournament. But that's this year. Next year is a different story. Boys basketball looks like they're improving. They went from 1 win to, I think, 6 or 7 this year. And in the state tournament, that first half, they were right there. They were down by 5. They had a chance to tie the game in the third quarter. So, brighter days ahead for boys basketball. Right here, JV Lacrosse, it's 3-1. Scotch Plains-Fanwood over Pope John. 55 seconds to go. Take a quick break. Be right back on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. I try and attend as much as I can. I cover lacrosse and also baseball, softball, and girls lacrosse. So it's all on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Yeah. Welcome back to Scotch Plains-Fanwood High School in northern New Jersey for Pope John Lions Boys Lacrosse. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's game. Thank you so much for joining us here for the JV game between Pope John and Scotch Plains-Fanwood. 55 seconds to go in the first half. Raiders lead 3-1. Varsity has already won 8-6 over Scotch Plains-Fanwood to go to 6-0 in the regular season. So now next Wednesday is the first place game between Pope John and West Morris in the Waterman division of the NJILL. West Morris is 2-0, so is Pope John. West Morris has played a lot less games. I think they're like 2-0 overall, or maybe 3-0. Pope John's now 6-0. Ball's knocked by Emilio Baracco. It's on the turf. He's trying to scoop it up. 35 seconds to go. Baracco in there trying to play it free. Now to pass out to number 10. Shot high over the crossbar, out of bounds. Scotch Plains-Fanwood was closest. 25 ticks to go in the first half. Here's number 9, over to 33 on the left. Here's number 10, over to 1. 1 with the pass over to number 7 on the right. Ball's loose. 7 seconds to go. Baracco trying to rip it away. Here's Fiore. Fiore comes out. It's knocked loose, and there is the buzzer as time expires in quarter number 2. Pope John took a 1-0 lead in the first quarter on a goal by Vic Fiore, but Scotch Plains-Fanwood has scored 3 times. And after the first half, it's 3-1 Raiders over the Lions. Quick halftime here. The clock's already down to 4:50. So we'll be back in about 3-4 minutes on a new feed right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Come on back in about 3 minutes. We'll start up a new feed, and we'll give you a second half action. From Scotch Plains-Fanwood High School in northern New Jersey, it is the Raiders leading the Pope John Lions 3-1. We'll be back for second half after this.